The only crime about riding dirt bikes is that we ride on the street. Eddie Fernandez, anybody remember Eddie Fernandez's death? Eddie Fernandez's death was the first death that we caught on tape. Y'all didn't see that? He was hit from the back by a police car. Junior Black was shot fleeing a police car, unarmed. But the message that we're sending, it could be a whole bunch of dead kids if we don't take care of this. And we don't want that. We don't want anybody riding our pedal bikers down, running them down, none of that. Our dirt bike riders running, none of that, netting them up and all of that. None of that. We know what's going on. The community knows what's going on. You say it's a public safety issue. We're going to help you and the bike riders. Well, we're going to call you out, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to give you a chance to do this right. So if it is a public safety issue, what other folk do, not us, because we too busy fighting each other and not liking each other, not liking the way we look and talk and walk and what our religion is, other folk take care of it. Their kids want to play hockey, they get a place for them to play hockey. Their kids want to play baseball, they get a baseball field. Their kids want to run, they get a track. We got kids that want to ride, and we talking about incarcerating them and taking their bikes and getting money for those bikes. Meanwhile, the shooting continues in our neighborhoods. So I mean, what do we want? What is the real public safety issue here? Because we can take care of this one. We can take care of this one. This is a lot easier than this gun violence issue. Actually, I see it as a greater solution to the gun violence issue. What you mean, Sister Aisha? 129th Street in the house, come on, throw your hands up. All right, we got 129th Street in the house, 142nd Street. We got bikers that have been rocking in the street or on streets where people don't agree, where they've been fighting. But when they get on these bikes, they rock together. There's a formula there. And we need to investigate what that is if we're really looking for solutions. If the bikes are working to cause cohesion, and it doesn't matter who you belong with, who you rock with, what color you wear, what your name is, and you get on that bike and it's one family. One down, five up. One down, five up. One down, five up. So if we see that as the solution to this violence, then we need to take the solution of a dirt bike park and make it happen. We have to make some agreements, because bikers, you got to give something to get something. You got to give something to get something. And so that means that there are some rules, there are some regulations, there are some things, there is some order. And I know y'all don't like it. I don't like when they tell me I got to follow the rules. But in order to get something, you got to give something. And if this is going to change up, you got to be willing to change up the game. I'm willing to change up the game. Come on, let me hear you. I'm willing to change up the game. You got to commit to this. Ain't no soft suckers. Put your hand down. Because y'all not going to play me out. When I step forward on an issue, I step because I think that I see a park. Can you see a park? Can you see a park? Can you see a park? You got the architectural drawings already. Where the drawings at? There's the drawings for the park. So that means you have vision. And I'm talking to my brothers that are the bikers. So if you got vision, you got to be willing to say, I'm going to give up something. And people got to know that you are willing to do that. So that you are willing to give up the stuff that is reckless on our streets so our grandmothers could be safe. No riding on the sidewalk. No ride. I almost got ran over. You understand? So I'm speaking from both sides. So if you want something, you got to be willing to give something. Don't worry, we've been talking with the police department, no chasing. We got that. And our leaders understand that, and we understand that. And we've been talking with Rodney, and I have had conversations, right, Inspector Harrison? Come on, that's how I could give him a hug. because we have to have these dialogues. We all met with them. We've been talking with the senator. So this is a conversation in motion. So if we really want something different to happen, you have to make a commitment and be able to give up something. So I'm asking that you follow the rules. All this running the red lights with baby carriages in the middle of the street, that can't be happening. All of this up on the sidewalk with kids coming home from school at 4 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and grandmothers going to the grocery store, and bikes up on the sidewalk, that cannot be happening. Let me know you hear me. Can you agree? Yes. Let me hear you say agree. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Now I want to also talk to NYPD because we've been talking, and I want you to know what our conversation has been. We've been talking with Inspector Williams, Inspector Harrison. We've been talking with some other folks. I've been talking with Detective Brown, the liaison from Commissioner Kelly's office, and we have some expectation that bikers will not be chased. That bikers will not be chased because we know what happens in the chase. And from my conversations with a lot of y'all, you told me the reason why you're on the sidewalk is because you're being chased. Am I right? Yes. Okay, so if the police don't chase, you shouldn't be on the sidewalk. Am I right?
The only crime about riding dirt bikes is that we ride on the street. I got cats here with me. James, Shay, Eric, you here? You on crutches? Where Ian? I got cats here with me that rode with me for 30 years. 30 years. 29 years ago, I got hit by a car on 8th Avenue and ripped my foot off. This foot right here with the duct tape on it. And I got back up and rode. And I ripped it off. Did you rip your foot off, Joe? Nobody even knew, because I rode every day in my healing process. So this is not something that we choosing to do. This is a culture. This is something that we in love with, and we ain't going to stop doing it.